sparks flying from squad cars during a night of explosive protests in Los Angeles. Now they're bracing for another chaotic evening as hundreds of members of the military patrol the streets. Danya Backus is there.
Members of the U.S. Army National Guard are on duty in Los Angeles as protests continue over ICE deportation raids.
I feel like we've all been in Los Angeles a part of a grand experiment to see what happens when the federal government decides they want to roll up on a state or roll up on a city and take over.
Bypassing California's governor, President Trump authorized the deployment of an additional 2,000 troops to the city Monday, along with 700 U.S. Marines to protect federal buildings and law enforcement.
I just want a safe area. Los Angeles was under siege until we got there. The police were unable to handle it.
City officials say the federal response is only contributing to the chaos.
The violence that has happened has required LAPD to ask for additional assistance, but not from the federal government.
As officers moved in to break up crowds overnight, some protesters threw flares and fireworks at police, resulting in dozens of arrests.
I don't even know where we can go and be safe, where we can express ourselves without feeling intimidation of the police.
Demonstrations against ICE are now spreading to other cities, including San Francisco.
The people in our federal government who are making decisions to put troops on the streets and to round up members of our community need to see that we're not with them.
In Austin, police used tear gas to disperse crowds gathered at the state capitol, demanding an end to the Trump administration's deportation campaign. Danya Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Late this afternoon, California's governor asked a federal court to block the Trump administration from using the National Guard and Marines to assist with immigration raids. Now to the latest from the live desk and a new memo about Minneapolis police working with ICE. Maria Lizignoli joining us now with that. Maria?
Yes, Jeff, that new memo doubles down on the policy that MPD does not help ICE with immigration enforcement. Last week, federal agents, including some from ICE, raided a Lake Street restaurant, triggering these chaotic confrontations. Law enforcement and city leaders insist this was not an immigration action. They say the feds were serving a warrant on a transnational criminal organization. Still, Minneapolis police say the memo was especially important in light of recent public confusion and misinformation following the federal operation. It drives home to officers that they do not respond to immigration enforcement related activity, even for crowd control. And we just got breaking new details about last week's raid. The Department of Justice says the search warrant was one of 8 served in the Twin Cities as part of a long-term investigation into narcotics, money laundering, and human trafficking. Now, here's the new part. They say that investigation started with a seizure of 900 pounds of meth worth more than $22 million. Now, those revelations came in a release announcing federal charges against one of the protesters. The U.S. attorney says the 27-year-old woman punched, kicked, even threw a softball at federal agents. Aaron?
Okay, some good insights there. Thank you, Maria.